So many stories in those brown eyes, looking at the moon, sitting on earth, hoping it will bloom. All the stories in those brown eyes, hope we hear them soon. Despite the rain, you reflect the sun in your brown eyes, shining deep and true with light. Despite the rain, you reflect the sun, despite it all, you rise.
Your first instinct when you read that quote would be to maybe draw a person's eye and that's it. But there was a lot of feelings of social justice in reading the history behind the quote itself, and it served as empowerment for me.
What I loved so much about seeing that video was beauty. The beauty of being able to look at the flowers, the hills, the valleys, the sun, the movement of other bodies, the space that's around us, all coming through Black pupils.
There's just a lot of grief and trauma that these brown eyes have had to absorb and carry, and what this quote does, the metaphor, acknowledges the strength and resilience and the light that comes from those struggles.
Having that in writing, talking about Black people being the people of the eye and where light is drawn from, and emanates, really started to fine-tune how I looked at the world and how I saw myself in the world.
I know the world knows that I'm being treated badly, but does God see it? And when I heard that quote, oh man, it messed me up.
Personally, I believe that racial justice won't come without spiritual transformation. And that's because I don't think that the issue is just systemic. If we understand our interconnectedness and that we are one, then we are much more likely to care for one another with tenderness.
Crazy how this big world keeps on turning. Flowers are the thing garden. If they only knew our roots, the way we hold this truth. They think they see you through, but there's more coming soon. It's the same sun alive. It's the same fire in your eyes.
As an illustrator, how do you start showing love? How do you start showing abstract energy and connectivity of people? That's the letting part, letting the kindness out of us. We have a choice. We can let ourselves be happy and joyous and kind, or we can let ourselves be angry and mean and cruel.
If we want to be a whole society, then we got to come to terms with some real tension that's existing here that people try to avoid. But then they don't realize that when you avoid that tension, then you avoid being whole.
And I just feel like it's so important to set yourself low and to just be quiet and just allow people to speak and to vent and to get out everything that they've been through and have compassion and just be there.
Brown Eyes was the chance to kind of celebrate us as Black people, with or without us being champions for justice, but just with us being, as human beings.
We are my favorite thing. We are humans being ... What are you being?
como esta manera de expresar la diversidad, ¿no? En la naturaleza, sobre todo en las flores, pues se encuentra esta diversidad así infinita, ¿no? O sea, sí era parte, ¿no? Como de esta intención de como descubrirnos o redescubrirnos.
The more we get to know each other, the more similarities we find, and the differences that we thought were keeping us apart start to melt away, and the differences that make us beautiful get highlighted, and then your empathy grows. So what that looks like is way more unity, smarter people, a deeper love of self and each other, because now I'm asking about who you are and what you are to celebrate it.
The line that I always keep saying, if we can't imagine, it can't come to fruition.
You need to create the world that you're hoping for. So as I look towards the future, I just think a lot of people are working hard to create the world that they want. And that makes me very excited.
We can't be in our maximum capacity as a world unless we're all equal. It just won't happen.
If this is the beauty that comes still in the face of oppression, can you imagine what it will actually be like when we are not oppressed?
It's the same sun keeping us alive. It's the same fire in your eyes. My eyes reflect the light within. You reflect the light within. Despite the rain, you reflect the sun in your brown eyes, shining deep and true with light. Despite the rain, you reflect the sun. Despite it all, you